Senator Fortuna Belrose is brushing off criticism of the hire of her husband as the government minister's personal driver during her tenure in office. The minister responsible for culture fielded a number of questions as a recent guest on UWP Media. She says this decision has always received the backing of the Prime Minister.
Your husband has been seen driving you around on government business.
Yes.
Is he employed by the government?
Yes.
To render his service?
Yes, he is employed by the government. I did not believe that I could have been an effective minister without having my husband with me on this journey. And so I spoke to my Prime Minister. I spoke about my trepidations and everything else with respect to that job. And he did say to me, okay, I will facilitate. And that's what a good Prime Minister does. He listens, he understands the dynamics of the situation, and he provides the support to make it happen. So my driver is a young man who was given, I say young man, he was given all his life of service to St. Lucia as well. He was a national athlete for a number of years, and one of the best athletes St. Lucia had in 1980.
I don't really want to know about him. I would prefer to know more about you.
Senator Belrose is the United Workers' Party candidate for Castries East. She was peppered with a number of questions by callers on a host of issues from healthcare, pandemic protocols, to the economic plight of citizens due to the COVID-19 crisis. Some critics and contributors complained that the constituency has been underserved during the tenure of the current regime. The government minister seemed to cite the consequences of the outcome of a general election.
You talked about the Prime Minister and myself walked in the boulevard. I mentioned earlier that when you elect a government, you elect them on the basis of the policies and programs that they set out. The people of Castries East categorically chose to reject the United Workers' Party.
Just hold the line, caller. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying the people of Castries East chose categorically to reject the United Workers' Party at the last election. Yeah? 11 other constituencies said to the United Workers' Party, yes, we want to build a new St. Lucia with you, we are on the road with you, and we'll be working with you. And so the government sought to invest in those communities where they bought into the philosophy and thinking, you understand, of the government. It's very important that a community buys into the vision. When the Prime Minister came in, we just did a tour of the constituency. We made no promises. No promises at all were made. Because I'm a community worker and I understand when you raise people's expectations, the challenge it can pose for you.
Moreover, Senator Belrose asserts that the onus should be placed on the incumbent parliamentary representative opposition leader, Philip J. Pierre.
Let me tell you something. Mr. Pierre has a responsibility to write to the government on any matter that he wants. He can't just go and speak and spoke and spoke. No. If you're representing the people, there is an issue in your constituency, you need to sit down, put pen to paper to the right person and send it in to them. That's what representation is all about. And then you can show the people, look, I wrote to them. I wrote and I didn't get any support for the projects in the boulevard. I've written. You know, that's what you need to do. I've written and I've not seen anything. So he's the parliamentary rep and I never took that away from him. He is the rep for Castries East, not Fortuna Belrose. What Fortuna Belrose does is to respond to the needs of the community when they come to me. That's what I do. And I do it very well. And so perhaps that's why there's a little chicken now. But the fact is, if you come to me, you get total quality service. You know, good quality service you get. So let's make that abundantly clear. Mrs. Belrose is about servicing the people. Mr. Pierre had his responsibility to represent his constituency in every sphere of the word. You know, and having said that though, when I wrote to Mr. Pierre, I wrote, well, my ministry, because we have to do projects in communities with respect to our portfolios. We would write to him, and of course he would support. Generally support. So what I don't understand is why when he wants something done, he's not writing. He needs to write and make a statement, write to the Prime Minister.
The former senior public servant and current president of the SLOC will attempt to wrest the coveted seat from the long-serving Castries East MP Philip J. Pierre at the next general election. Joachim Duplessis, HDS News Force.